Good morning. Happy Christmas Eve. We're working up here in Santa's workshop and we're building cabinet doors. JJ's showing you the doors that we've made. And we're going to make a door in this video. So if you've been following the channel, you've seen me working on the cabinets. This is how I decided to do the rails and the stiles. Just super easy. MDF, 3/4 inch. Just run them through the table saws. I got the 2 table saws set up there so I don't have to change the depth of the blade every time I run a different cut through. And I have my helper today. Tell him your name.
My name is Casey Cheney. And I'm 7 years old.
And tell him what we're doing today.
Today we're building the cabinet doors.
And what we're doing first is putting the glue in.
If we don't put the glue in, then the cabinet will fall.
The cabinet will fall apart if we don't put the glue in. So it's nice to have an extra set of hands to help me, because then it goes faster. And who helped Daddy make all the cabinet doors this morning?
Me.
Yep. And what do we do now?
We're gonna put the cabinet board.
We're going to put the panel in. The glue. You put it in like that. And I just center it like this. This is a super easy way to do it. It's not super 100% accurate. It's not 100% fancy wood joinery and all this that you would get from a big shop, a big cabinet shop. This is homemade, people. So if you watch this and you like how we're doing it, maybe you can do your own cabinets like this, okay? So then we just take it, and she's gonna help me shoot it. Then we go to the other corner, and I line up the corner. And I look because I have a square. This is square right here. This is square on the table. So I just keep it tight against the table. And that's how I keep it square. And I put this one like this. The miters kind of square it also. Okay. And then I just look at the space and I keep it the same. Okay. Now, the space around here, it's a little bit bigger than I wanted, but it's okay because we're going to fill that in with spackling. If I just had a really tiny space like this, all the way around, the spackling wouldn't go in very well. So I take this, and you see that I kind of nailed it to the table because the staples are sticking out. These are 3/4 staples, the panel's 3/4. I have 5/8 staples, but I don't use the 5/8 staples right now because the door will just fall to pieces. So this is when we take and we change the staples to the smaller staples. And then it's not going to move, so we can go all the way around. Does the staple gun scare you, Kikti Christina?
No, it doesn't.
Are you allowed to use Daddy's tools if he's not here with you?
No.
Are you allowed to touch Daddy's tools if he's not here?
No.
Are your brothers allowed to touch Daddy's tools if he's not here?
No.
No. Only if Daddy's here you can use the tools, because are tools toys?
No.
No.
There's something to use to build.
It's to use to build.
Yeah, because if you put the staple gun on your finger, then you're gonna have to go to the hospital.
Yeah, you can get hurt. So you have to be careful with tools. Okay. Now, explain the next step.
Next step is to put these in.
Why do we do that?
Let me think. I have no idea.
Because see how it's moving right here?
Yeah.
The door will break if we don't put those in. Okay, so what I have is, this is really for the pocket hole jig. Show the pocket hole jig. That's really for the pot. That's what this bit is for. The pocket hole jig. But I don't have the wood dowels. This is all I have. These are the plugs for the pocket holes. Okay, but it's going to work like this, because once I put this in, I glue it in like this, and I glue it over here, and then when I shove these in, it's going to lock the corners together. It'll just go right down there, and then the corner will, with all the glue, it'll lock it together. If you did have the wooden dowels, that would be even better. But this is better than nothing, and it'll keep us from having to drive 45 miles to Home Depot just to get wooden dowels. So sometimes when you're doing DIY, you just have to use what you have, and that's all we have, so it's going to work fine. And what happens, the plugs stick out. Is that a problem?
No.
You know, look on that.
It's not a problem because we're gonna use this.
You look, and then what are we going to use to cut it?
We're gonna use...
See how these stick out right here? It's not supposed to stick out, because then the cabinet door won't close. But when the glue dries, then we'll cut these plugs off. And like Casey's telling you, what we do is we use the spackling paste and we fill the hole in. And then when we paint it, the only people that are going to know that there's a hole there for the plug are the ones watching our videos. And we'll know that it's there because we made our door strong. We like to make our own cabinet doors. We don't want to buy our cabinet doors from IKEA. Where are the IKEA doors made? What country? You know, look, I'm gonna...
USA?
No.
China?
Maybe in China. And then if we buy the garbage from China, it will just fall apart. So we would rather build our own doors, and that way they won't break. And if our doors do break, who's going to know how to fix them?
You?
You know, come on.
Daddy?
Yeah. And we can fix our own doors because we made them. So that's why we like to do our own doors. Now JJ's going to take you around in the kitchen while we're filling this in, and he's going to show you how the door is coming out. I'll go in English, JJ. He's gonna show you the breakfast booth. I was working on that in another one of my videos, and I got it all sanded down, but now I need to put the caulking in and paint it. So we're getting there, Mendage. We're getting there slowly but surely. It takes time to make your cabinet doors, but we have time, and this is fun. Is this fun, Casey?
Yes.
Do you like helping out Daddy?
Yes.
Yeah, she's good at it, and
I love helping Daddy.
she's good at it. And when you have an extra set of hands, somebody that hands you stuff, it goes quicker. Okay. And then when she gets older, then she can make the doors for Daddy, and he won't have to work. He could just sit and watch her make the doors, right?
Right.
Tell him about the paste.
So if you don't put the cap on, then it's gonna dry, and then you can't use it anymore. So then you're gonna have to put it in the trash can, and then you can't use it.
Very well said. The wonderful thing about these paint grade cabinets is they're very forgiving, okay? I don't have to have a planer. I don't have to have a joiner. I don't have to have a big shop. I could just do this with the rudimentary caveman hand tools like we're doing it. It does take longer, but it's fun. If I would just go buy my cabinets from IKEA, then I wouldn't make this memory with my kids of putting the cabinet doors together. So this has, to me, this building it this way, it has more value, okay? Because who else could say that their cabinets were made in Simla? Not many people. So we're happy to make our own cabinets ourselves. All right, well, there's the, all we have to do now is clean up the spackling like this. So we put it easier to sand it. And that way we don't waste so much money with spackling. I kind of did make the panels a little bit too loose, but it's okay. That's why I say the paint grade, it's forgiving. So then tomorrow this will all be ready, and I can just sand it with the belt sander. And then later we can paint the cabinets. Okay, let's say goodbye to the camera.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, thanks for watching. Merry Christmas.